So the other day when I got home, this is what I found on my nightstand. Alicia's been really big in personal finance lately, and she's really serious about this budgeting thing. Recently, Alicia and I have been having conversations about planning for the future. She was kind of shocked when she found out that I already had everyone's birthdays planned out for the rest of the year and already had the money saved for them. In fact, the only thing that I haven't saved money for yet this year is Christmas, which is over 6 months away. I have my own method for saving money, which we'll cover later in this video, but Alicia uses the money envelope system to have enough money to budget month to month and to save money for long-term goals. The cash envelope system is a simple yet effective budgeting method. You basically put every spending category that you have for the month on an envelope. After getting your paycheck, you're responsible for allocating money into each category. So, for example, you might start by saving a sum of money in your savings account. Then you're going to take the rest of that as cash to be used as part of your envelope budget. You're going to be taking the money out of your paycheck and putting it into its appropriate envelope. Some of Alicia's envelopes include things like gas, groceries, Destiny's wedding, which is her best friend who plans on having a destination wedding at a resort, so she's saving money for this because it's sometime in the next year and apparently staying on a resort is not cheap. She also has an envelope marked Virgo bashes because everyone's birthday is in September and she believes in zodiacs for some reason. So once the envelopes are labeled, the next thing you start doing is allocating cash from your monthly paycheck into each envelope. That cash is all you have to spend for the month. So if you run out of cash from your eating out budget, that means there's no more eating out for the month. The only way around this is to take money out of another envelope, so you've got to make a sacrifice. Under no circumstance are you ever going to go into your bank account and withdraw money from your savings. This way, you're saving money for the things that you want for the future, you're also putting money into your savings account, and best of all, you're even spending money today wisely. Now that we've seen the cash envelope system, this is how I choose to save my money. I've got 3 high-interest savings accounts. One named Emergency Savings, because Discover won't let me name it what I want to name it. One savings account for planned annual expenses, and then another savings account for planned one-time expenses. Planned annual expenses are things that come once every year, like Christmas, or if you have a family vacation every year. Birthdays, health-related expenses such as going to the dentist, oil changes, school supplies, experiences in learning like Valentine's Day or online courses if you're into that kind of thing. The final category I put in annual expenses is stupid mistakes. Speeding tickets, one-car car accidents, Plan B pills. If this applies to you, you know who you are. You need to save for these kinds of things. Our one-time expenses only need to be saved for one time, and if we ever do use them, we just fill them up as needed. Our one-time expenses include a down payment on a house if we choose that's what we want to do. Our next vehicle, even though I just bought a vehicle earlier this year, I need to start planning for the next one, maybe next year or the year after that. A wedding, because the average wedding costs about $30,000. No matter how cheap you think you're going to go for your wedding, things can get out of hand pretty quickly, so you might as well prepare for it now rather than, not have the money. The good news is, if I'm wrong and you do end up having a pretty inexpensive wedding, you can take a pretty killer honeymoon vacation instead. Other expenses include furniture, it's not fun and it's not cheap, tires, home repair, and your insurance deductible, because stuff happens. The last and final expense are once-in-a-lifetime experiences. You never know when they're going to pop up, and you always want to be ready with the money to have those experiences when they come along. I'm pretty sure I left out some things, but this gives you a good idea of what should be in your budget. Now that you have a good idea of how to budget and save money for the future, let's talk about your savings account, especially if you're still using one at a brick and mortar bank. Click on this next video.